loves, and welcome back to Glorytime, where we talk about all things testimonies and stories that give God the glory. So, today we are discussing vision, the 2020 vision to be specific. Now, I want to talk about vision versus reality and how the Lord has truly had glory in the vision that He has given me for 2020 versus the reality that I believed was supposed to be. But let's just clarify that. So back in October, like 2019 October, it was my birthday. And the Lord gave me this vision for how all of 2020 was supposed to look for IRONWIFEY. And it includes IRONWIFEY TV, where you guys are here watching. Thank you. Welcome. And it's so funny because when I tell you that the Lord gave me the vision for 2020, I mean, like, I have always had downloads from God, but this was like a complete download. Like, this was like the entire plan for the year, not just with the magazine, but with the TV, the different shows that would be featured on IRONWIFEY TV, the different podcasts that would be released in 2020, the blog that would be launched in 2020, and how all of it was to flow, and even the live events. So like, the Lord truly gave me the bigger picture of IRONWIFEY. And so it's so funny because as soon as that happened, I was so excited. I decided that I'm just gonna announce it to the world. World, I'm so excited for 2020 and about my Father's business. And we are doing Bible studies left and right, and we are diving into the Word like never before. Good morning. Okay, so guys, I had Bible study last night, and I am super excited to tell you guys that I will be launching a Bible study in 2020. Now, little did I know that I needed to have my mountain moment, which is basically where I step away from the world and go up to the mountain, just as Moses did, to receive a word from God, to receive clarity, to receive a complete download, and so that I could give to you all what the Lord has given me. That didn't happen when I released that video. So I actually ended up turning to my own understanding. So what happened was, I had released that video. I had started the first Bible study. I had released the first videos, which you guys have seen. They're actually here on the channel, that talk about my Father's business and 12-year-old Jesus, where we talk about the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, and why. And so who, what, when, where, why. Yeah, that's 5. I don't know why I thought that was 4. But you guys have seen those videos. And then after that, I was stuck, like at a standstill. Didn't know what was next, even though I had this whole plan of the entire year. I just didn't know how to take that plan and turn it into something visual or tangible that people could actually watch and or use. And so the first issue of the magazine about my Father's business was released in January, and those videos were also released in January. However, from January to March, it was supposed to be a whole 12-week thing. It was supposed to be a whole quarter thing. And I fell off reality. I fell off. I just didn't have the motivation to put videos out. I didn't believe that I was capable of putting the videos out, and that I needed more things or specific equipment or special cameras, different people who could edit. Like, I just convinced myself that the vision that God gave me, I was not capable of fulfilling, which is so crazy because I have heard from other people, it's not just me that go through that. The Lord has given you a dream. He's given you an idea. He's given you a concept, and He's given you a way to make that happen. And a lot of times we are so stuck in our own understanding where we think it has to look a specific way. Like, I used to be a perfectionist. Like, I thought everything had to be perfect, when really it just has to be God-filled. That's it. We get so stuck in the way that something's supposed to look. We get so stuck in fear to where we don't think that we're good enough, to where we're afraid of what people are going to say, or we're afraid of not putting out the right thing or not saying the right thing or messing up on camera, or we're so afraid. We allow fear to paralyze us from carrying out God's vision. And so who am I to be like, y'all, 2020 is all about being about the Father's business, and I was too afraid to be about the Father's business. What's wrong with me? So it's so crazy because I realized during the time in quarantine where I was truly diving into the Word, how much prioritizing God keeps me focused on what the Lord has called me to do, keeps me focused on the vision that He has. And so in that time, I was able to refocus, I was able to remove fear, and I was able to produce what you all see now. Consistency. Consistency is key. But yeah. And so this is what week, I don't know what week it is. I don't know when this video is out, but I have learned that it doesn't matter if it's perfect. It doesn't matter if I mess up. It doesn't matter if I trip over my words. It doesn't matter if there's haters in the comments below. It doesn't matter. All I know, the only thing that matters is that God gave me this vision, and I need to be obedient and carry it out. Because as one of the things that I truly learned in my studies is that everything took place because of obedience. The fall with Adam and Eve in the garden was because of disobedience. When the serpent approached Eve and convinced her to eat the fruit from the tree, from the forbidden tree, she knew what God told her to do. She literally repeated, no, God said you can eat all the fruit in the garden except from this tree. She told the serpent that. She knew exactly what she was and wasn't supposed to do, but it was disobedience. It was her seeing things from her perspective, from her leaning on her own understanding and allowing the serpent and the enemy and Satan to convince her that it wasn't the right understanding, that she didn't know what she was doing, and that she should eat the fruit from the forbidden tree. It's a tongue twister. And so the fall of man, all of it took place because of disobedience. And so if we choose to be the opposite, and we choose to be obedient to what God has called us to do, and we don't second guess ourselves, then we're good. Like, we're good. I don't know if 2 people are going to see this video. I don't know if 2,000 people are going to see this video. It doesn't matter. All that matters is the fact that God gave me the vision and I was obedient to carry it out. So I just want to send you obedience vibes. I want to send you encouragement. I want to push you past your fear. I want you to get off the couch right now, and I want you to go to that journal that God told you what you were supposed to be doing, that you wrote down, that you know you're supposed to be doing right now, and I want to push you in the direction that you need to take. I don't care if you don't have the world's best equipment. If you have a phone, if you have one of those point and shoot cameras from the 1990s, then you have the equipment to get what it is that God has put in your heart to do out to the world. Because it's not about you. You want me to repeat that? It's not about you. That's right. I had to accept that. It's not about me, but it's also not about you. Because what God has given you, the vision that He's given you, isn't for you. It's for someone else to be blessed. And so if you can take yourself out of the situation and realize that other people's blessings depend on your obedience, then we're so much more further off. I don't think that was right. Then we're so much more further on the path that we need to be. Because at the end of the day, it's not about us. Our goal as children of God is to point people back to Christ. Now, you can do that playing video games. You can do that in makeup tutorials and get ready with me videos. You can do that in jump roping and fitness videos. You can do that in teaching someone what you've learned. You can do that in any avenue. Whatever it is that you are good at, whatever gifts that you have been given, spiritual and worldly gifts, you can use those gifts to glorify the kingdom of God. And so that's what I'm here to do for you today. Glorify the kingdom of God and talk about stories and testimonies that give God the glory. Because if I would have remained in my own understanding, after God had given me the vision for 2020, and I had fallen off after the first 4 weeks, then we wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't be comfortable on camera, because I started off these videos sweating, like you could see the sweat stains on my clothes because I was so nervous. And I have experience in front of the camera and I'm comfortable with the camera, but there's something about sharing what God has given you with other people that just makes you nervous, and it does give you that fear, but you have to be willing to push past that. And I know that you can, because I could. So if God can do it for me, he can do it for you. If he did it before, hey, he can do it again. Hey, same God right now. Get it? Same God back then. All right, so just know that if he did it before, he can do it again. He's the same God for me that he is for you. And so if he's given me the courage and the strength to keep posting and to keep bringing you content and to keep encouraging you in Christ and to follow through with the vision he's given me for the year, then I know that he can give you the strength to keep going, to keep pushing, to share the content, to share the blog posts, to share the Instagram posts, to share the text messages, to share the prayer calls, to share the videos, to share anything that God has given to you to share with the world. Because only you can be that blessing. What he has for you is for you, and nobody can take that away from you. So loves, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Glorytime, where we talk testimonies and stories that give God the glory. Remember, only you can do what God has for you. What's for you is for you, and not for anybody else. See you in the next video. Bye.